hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, you know, among certain friends, yet the people we idolize are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway?
Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always gonna get ready to get set to get going. What we've gotta do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is, even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for new opportunities. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I gotta think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. I said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero's always 10 years away. I'm never going to be a hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say,
well, he does that quickly to 18. Clear this to the right. Now watch this turn. Indicator left, down the slope. What a shot. What a shot. Is it? Oh, would you believe that? Rory McIlroy. What a round of golf. It's one outside the Augusta course record. It's a round of 64 and 7 under has been posted.
I've been saying it now for this whole back nine. He hasn't made a putt all day. Can't think of a better time to get your first one. And Adam Scott has birdied the 72nd hole to get to 9 under. Look at that. Oh!
This is Shane Lowry. It's an 8 on at 60.
This is a famous pin position. We saw Jack Nicklaus nearly have a hole-in-one. Is Shane gonna do it? Shane, yay!
I've never seen you that excited with him. Never.
Ask yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcard. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
All right. You guys are in for a treat tonight. Are you guys a marketer or a dabbler? You a marketer or dabbler, Josh?
I think that was Morgan Freeman. I did not know you had Morgan Freeman on here.
Yeah, no, I pay big bucks for the ride endorsements, man.
That's incredible.
That's incredible, huh?
I am a doer.
Hey, oh my, he's not even a marketer or a dabbler. He's just a doer. he just getting shit done. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hey, this is fun because Josh and I, we haven't done this for what, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? I don't know, a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. So welcome everybody. We know your time is valuable and we're not going to be spending a lot of time tonight, but we are going to blow your mind with something that's so important and so critical that you have to really get a handle on what we're going to talk about tonight. And we're going to talk about just one little segment of what Josh is going to share around the email marketing channel and the email marketing channel. Okay. So I want to ask you guys a question. If I told you there was a channel where you could invest $1
and then that dollar would return to you $36 on the minimum and up to $42. You guys think that's a good idea? Good deal. Give you one, put out one, get $36 back. Put out one, get $42 back. You think that's a good idea? Because that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, email marketing. I did some stats, and I'm going to set the stage with the screen here. I'm going to share my screen, and we don't have any formal presentation. We're just going to go through something. But just check this out. So I went over here to our good old assistant friend of mine, who's the smartest guy ever, and that's this Claude. I said, what is the best ROI marketing channel and why? Email marketing, and it's not even close. Here's the scoreboard. Return on investment, $36 to $42 for every dollar spent. Come on, man. Come on, people. And I keep telling you guys, I'm teaching stuff, I'm doing stuff because I need to tune up my game. And I'm really starting to focus on email marketing. You guys are seeing a lot more emails coming out from me. I thought, okay, well, that was Claude. What does Google say? Google says top performing channels by category, email marketing, 4,200% average ROI. Please, come on, man, come on. Who can do better than that?
That's crazy. That's makes me want to do more email marketing. I'll tell you that much right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Then I said, well, what's good old ChatGTP have to say? What's the best ROI marketing channel? Why? Highest measurable ROI, email. This isn't me saying this. This isn't Josh saying this. This is the smartest tools in the world. This is something that we've all neglected. Let me guess that. Put a message in the chat box if you've neglected email marketing like I've neglected email marketing. I haven't really focused on it. And I kept going through this stuff, and I'm like, what is the number one thing we can do to get our engagement or get our quality up? And here's the top 3 things it says we can do. Technical authentication. Anybody can do that. SPF, DKIM, DMARC records. I don't know how to do it. Josh knows how to do it. I always ask Josh to do it. Rigorous list hygiene, engagement, and quality recipient trust. So in 2026, engagement signals like replies, stars, mark as important, clicks, open. First you got to get them to open, but then you got to get them to click, then you got to get them to reply. That stuff all helps. And that's what Josh is going to share with you tonight on a tool that he built. On a tool that he built that helps us do that. So Josh, tell us a little bit of story about why we're here tonight and what you got to show us.
Well, I want to say something really quick before I get into that. You mentioned, so a lot of us have forgot about email. And I think, we've been online for many, many years. And it seemed like before social media and before YouTube and Instagram and all these video tools, the only thing we had was email. And email was like the only thing taught. It was like, get your email list, make sales. Get your email list, make sales. And I think we forgot about that. A lot of people have forgotten that motive of how important email is, because social media came and it kind of took over a lot of the wind. But God, email is so powerful, and it's still there, and it's still responsible for so many sales. And I just had to say that because, there used to be a ton of email marketing coaches telling you how to grow your list, grow your list, grow your list. And you don't see as many anymore. And now you see more social media people. The problem with social media is they're not on your list. They're on somebody else's list, like Facebook or Instagram. But gosh, if you have an email list, it's so important to utilize it, to email it, and to make money, which we'll talk about tonight. But I feel like it's almost starting to be like a lost art of email.
No, and that makes me think of the thought process of what do we tell every time we meet an influencer or talk to somebody who has a big following? What do we tell them? You got to get them off YouTube and get them on your list. You got to get them off Instagram and get them on your list. You got to get them off TikTok and get them on your list.
There's been a lot of people who have, I don't want to say banned, but they've been kicked off platformed, or they've been deplatformed, or they can't use certain platforms because of their content or whatever it is. And if you ever lose your platform, or if they ever not even kick you off the platform, but what's the word I'm looking for? When they stop showing your content,
shadow ban you.
Yeah, they kind of shadow ban you. You're hosed. There was a real famous comedian that like last year was really, really popular online, and he was getting a ton of views, and then all of a sudden he wasn't getting any views anymore. and he actually talked to TikTok. It was he was really popular on TikTok, and he got so popular, and he began, I forget his name, but Matt Rife. Matt Rife was his name. But he got so popular that he was able to actually talk to the heads up at TikTok, and he said, "Hey," he goes, "why all of a sudden am I not getting the millions of views? I was getting 10 million, 20 million views a day, and now I'm hardly getting anything." And they told him, they said, "Well, at one point, comedy was really high in our algorithm. We were really pushing it. You were a driver of that, but now we don't push comedy anymore." And since they didn't do that, he kind of got shadow banned. Still on TikTok, right? You can still watch his videos, but they're not pushing it. And so his views tanked. It went from 20, 30 million a day to, thousands of views a day. And just what Greg said, you have to get those viewers onto your email, something that you own outright.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That sounds like a painful thing. But how many stories have we heard? Josh and I have been in this business since 1997. And you think about the online stuff and going back to like in the early days, there was a lot of coaches and mentors that just taught nothing but email marketing. And how to do email marketing, how to build a list. And we need to come back to that because it's still one of the most, as far as cost goes, you get the Launch CRM and we don't limit you on how many people you could have on your list. And we give you a certain amount of emails, like 10,000 emails a month included in with the price. And then after that, it's 0.0015 or something like that, like 1/10 of a penny or less than 2/10 of a penny per email. So it's so effective on a cost basis, but there is a little bit of an art to, getting people and doing it right. And I haven't done it right. I'll admit I haven't done it right. We haven't done it right. And so it's something I'm really focusing on this year. I've been talking and really trying to do a much better job being more consistent, providing more value, giving freebies, free gifts. So if you're on the call tonight, keep opening those emails, keep voting on those polls, and I'm going to keep sending out free lead magnets, and I'm going to be sending out freebies because I want to get my engagement up. Because you know what engagement up does? Engagement up gives me better deliverability. If I get better deliverability, I get more opens. I get more clicks. I make more sales. So there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, Barry says in our comments, he goes, "I've avoided email. I didn't want to be too spammy," which is a concern we get. A lot of people think that I can't send too many emails out because I don't want to bug people. But the fact is, people get so many emails nowadays. You could send people 5 emails a day and they wouldn't even care because it gets lost with their other emails, right? And nowadays, it's actually the opposite of what it used to be in the old days. In the old days, if you were an email marketer, you were kind of one of the rare ones that was doing it. But nowadays, there's so many people. All the big companies are doing email now that you have to send out emails. You got to send out a lot of them because they're not going to see every email you send out. They're going to get them. They're going to be in their inbox, but they might skip 2 or 3 and then open up your 3rd one. And they might skip 2 or 3 more and then open up your 7th one. They might skip 2 or 3 more and open up your 12th one, and so on and so on. So it really requires you to be active and to be engaging. And what we're going to show right now is how to get your engagement up and how to get your activity up so you can send out more emails. And that when you are sending out emails, you are actually getting more clicks.
Okay, here's what I don't like. You have really good lighting and you look good and you got a little bit of a tan. I don't like it. You need to come up here to my office and help me figure out my lighting. This is not good.
Really? Because I was thinking my lighting could have been better, to be honest. I was really, I had a real concern with it because my window is off to the side of me. And it's giving me, I don't know. It looks better when I turn the computer around. I might have to rearrange my whole office now.
Okay, so like I said, this is kind of fun for me, the father-son guy. My son's a little genius, and he's been managing and leading the tech team since we started the company. And he went off and he's been getting involved in this vibe coding and using these tools. And he can tell you the story, what he created. And then before it's all over, I'm going to talk to him and I'm going to try to negotiate a business deal with him live with you guys online, figuring I can negotiate a better deal because he won't want to run over his dad too hard in front of all you people.
All right.
It's all you, man.
All right. Well, let me share my screens. I want to show you what we built here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me know when you can see this. I think this is the right one. Okay.
Yep, we see it.
So this is our brand new tool. This is Survey Samson. This is named after my dog that I had. He passed away. He was a good dog, though. His name was Samson. We named this application Survey Samson. It is a survey builder, but it's a survey builder that was built for emails. You can also embed on websites, and we'll show you that later, but it was really built to get your email engagement up and do something that nobody does, which just gives you the ability to ask for polls. You can actually embed polls directly in an email, and your readers can vote on those polls right within their emails. Really, really awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a quick overview of how this works. I'm logged into one of our test accounts to show you, but it's a real simple application. Anybody can use this. You don't need any experience. You have your dashboard. Your dashboard shows you all your surveys, your responses, and it shows you a complete list of all the different types of surveys you have. And then we have the create a survey option. And on this page, there's a few different ways to create surveys. You can ask AI. You can tell them what kind of survey you want, and it will create one for you, right? So let's say you're launching an ebook and you're designing a new ebook cover. We can say, I want to poll my readers on which ebook cover they want. We'll do a live demo for you. And let me spell that better. Okay, then you hit generate. And right now the AI is going to go and create me a survey poll just for this. Okay.
And by the way, Barry just wrote a new book. Now he's already got his book cover done and he got it printed, but he could have used this to have, like his fans actually give you real feedback on your book cover. That's cool.
That's awesome. So in seconds, here it is. It's all done. And now I have the option. I'm going to show you a preview of it in a minute, but I have the option to go through and see what it created. I can add additional forms and fields and questions to it, but let's just see what it did. So I'm going to go ahead and preview it. So here is the survey. So it asks the person for their name, their email. It says, select your favorite cover concept. It asks them, what's their first impressions? Are they interested in purchasing this book? That's pretty cool. And then it says, which do you think is the best genre for these designs? So it gives you some options here, gives you some options to include other feedback. And then it gives you the option to how likely are you to recommend this book to a friend? So I can either like this or maybe I dislike it. But the fact is now I can come in, I can edit it now. So I can go ahead and I can click on these options here and I can customize these further. So with this one where it's asking me and it's asking for some options, which concept do you like? Do you like concept A, B, or C? Well, I can go ahead and upload an image from my computer. I don't really have one, but I'll just upload this random image. I can go ahead and I can zoom in on the image and I can crop it. And just pretend this image was an image of an ebook. I don't have one right now, but let's say I had 3 different ebook designs on here. The user would see this image, they would see the options, and they can vote on each one. And then the next thing is it says, okay, what's your impression on this? And what's your purchase intent on this? And so on and so on. So I can go through these. I can delete the ones I like, keep the ones I do. I can edit the ones I like, or I can even I can drag and drop other information that I want from here. And we have a ton of extra fields. You can ask for their phone, their website, their address, maybe some text, some long text. You can ask for numbers and multiple choice and a whole bunch of stuff. I won't bore you with this. Then I can hit save, or I can just hit preview. I can preview what this will look like. And then I can hit save and it's ready to go. So here's the cool part. Once you create a survey, you can hit share right here. And when you hit share, you can embed this thing anywhere you like, whether it's a website, whether you want to link directly to it, whether you want to embed it on a website, or most importantly, what we're really highlighting today is the ability to embed it into your email provider. So it doesn't matter which email provider you use. We're really hoping you're using the Launch CRM, which is right here. But if you do have another email provider, you can use that as well. And then it gives you the code. And all you do, and this is the really cool thing, and this is what you do not see people doing. You copy this code, you embed it into whatever email you're going to send out, and it will show a survey or a poll or whatever you've created right in the email itself, allowing the person to click on it and cast their votes. It's really, really awesome. We also have a QR code option, exit pop-up, and a button pop-up that you can put on your website. Okay, but and that's part one. Part one is really easy to create, really easy to change and edit. I'll show you some other ways to do that. And then the other part is the super part that we're using AI for, and that's the analytics. So let me scroll down to some of our demos here, and let me click on a poll. I'm going to go ahead and mouse over this one, and I'm going to click on analytics. And so now what it's going to do, it's going to take us to our analytic page just for this particular poll. And this is the superpower. Not only can you embed these in the email and on your website and everywhere else, but it uses the power of AI to analyze all of your answers and come up with these AI-powered analysis here. And it gives you some really, really amazing insights. It gives you your sentiment overview, which is basically how positive or negative are all the submission types, okay? And this is custom made for the type of survey that you're offering. So if you're doing a poll, if you're doing a long form survey, maybe an onboarding survey, maybe a customer feedback survey, whatever it is, the AI customizes this report based on the data that it's given. It pulls out key insights. It pulls out recommendations to improve for your company. It shows you all of the different results. So for this type, this is a poll survey. It's just a simple 5-question poll. And it tells you which ones has the most votes and so on. It tells you how many responses you're getting, peak hours, the traffic sources, where did the people come from that were voting on this? It gives you your complete submissions table that you can export. So you can export all this data. And if the users gave you their contact info, you get their contact info as well. And it is really, really amazing stuff here. And it also tells you your conversion rates. It tells you where the people came from. So did you embed it in the email? Did you embed it on the website? Did they come from social? Did they go directly to your link and so on? So this is really amazing data, and this is updated every time new submissions are added, into the form or the poll. And this information right here will tell you what you need to know about your business. It will tell you what you need to know about your customers. It will tell you what kind of feedback you're getting, and you'll find insights that you never knew about. That it's hidden, it's in the ether, and we help you pull it out using this technology.
Okay, how about this right now? Let me start a poll right now. There you go. Take the poll. Did you guys vote on the poll in the email that I sent to get you to this webinar? Right? So, and I got there, yes, no, because now this is cool. This feature just got launched today in StreamYard. So now we can do polls in StreamYard. I don't know how you take the poll. I don't know if you can take it if you probably can't take it if you're on YouTube or Facebook, but if you're in StreamYard, you probably can take it. I don't know. But you guys have been experiencing this because I've been using it for a while and putting them in our emails and getting things to come out, or getting, putting these polls in the emails to increase our engagement. And what Josh is saying too is you think about this and you go, what else can you learn from the information that you gather from the poll? What do you want me to teach next? What did you think of this? Are you likely to refer me to somebody else? The NPS scores. There's all kinds of different things that we have to do and we can use to leverage more information to provide better quality content, better quality training for our tribes or our community, at the same time giving indications and signals back to the ESPs, and ESP is Google, Yahoo, those kind of things, the email service providers, that, hey, this is an engaged crowd. And since I kind of cleaned up and did some cleanup on our database, I'm getting like 40% open rates on email 1 and another 15 to 20, 25% email open rates on number 2. So we're getting upwards of 60, 65% opens on my cleaned up database. So super cool, super cool.
Yeah, and I got to show you more features. So this just gets better and better. And we do a lot of consulting with online entrepreneurs, online coaches, consultants. And what we found is everyone needs to poll more often, because the one thing that they're never doing is they're never polling. They're never asking their readers, their website visitors, their customers, their prospects. They're never getting insights from them. And being an entrepreneur, it's easy to think you know what's going on. And you based around a planning and these ideas and these concepts around what you think is really happening. But unless you poll, you don't really know. And who polls a lot is the big companies. All the Fortune 500 companies, all the gigantic companies, they're always polling because they don't make a decision without polling, right? They don't do anything without asking their market share first. And this is the difference between the small guys and the big guys. The big guys are already doing this. The big guys are polling left and right, and they're hiring big, expensive firms to do this, and they're questioning every decision they make. And the smaller guys never do it, which leads to a lot of mistakes, and it leads to a lot of assumptions of what you think is right when it could be completely wrong or different.
Yeah, no, and you think about it, and I remember when I talked to Josh about it, this is how he is. He's like, huh. Next thing you know, hey, I created a tool to do what you talked about. But the idea that I can put something in my email, I can embed it in my email, and you can vote within the email is the critical thing. What I didn't want to do was like, okay, you got to click on a link, you got to go to another web page, you got to wait for that web page to load, then you got to click the link to vote, then you got to wait for the results, whatever. I wanted that click in the email because I want to inspire clicks in the email, and I want to get people to share their opinions, and it's working really, really well. I'll share my results before tonight's over, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, if you want to kind of pull up an email in the background and maybe go full screen with it, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk them through something right now, but I do want you to show an embedded poll in an email so they can actually see what it looks like. And let me go ahead and go back to my screen here. So there's other features that this tool does, and it's not just polling. So when you're on the Create a Survey page, we have a few different template options down here. So what I showed earlier was the AI engine where we created it just by typing to it. But we also have some really, really good template options. And let me walk you through these right now. So the first option is a question survey. And this is fantastic. This is a open-ended question that you can ask to your followers or to your people. It's a long-form question. There's nothing else to do except answer a long-form question. So what this does is instead of forcing somebody through a very specific type of survey where you're kind of asking them, what's this, what's that, and you're being very specific, and you're kind of leading them into the next question, or you're leading their answers. This is kind of the opposite, because you're basically asking an open-ended question, and they could write you a paragraph, or they could write you 5 paragraphs of information. And it's really, really powerful, because before AI, if you got 1,000 submissions and every person wrote a paragraph or 10 paragraphs, trying to go through that and figure out common themes it'd just take too long and nobody would do it. So with the question survey, you ask a single question. You can see the preview right here, and you can ask any question. You can say, hey, how are we doing? Or hey, what kind of products would you like? Or is there any feedback that you want to give me personally? Or whatever you want, you can ask it. And then the respondent, they go out and they fill out whatever is on their heart, whatever is on their mind. And like I said, it can be very, very long and lengthy. And the AI will go through all of that. And it doesn't matter if it's 1 paragraph, 10 paragraphs, doesn't matter if it's 10 respondents, 1,000 respondents. It will go through all of that data, and it'll pull out all of your AI analytics. And it will give you all of the pain points, the good, the bad, the ugly, things that are recommended to improve. And it does all that in seconds after you start getting submissions. So this one is highly recommended. The next template we have is the poll type. And this is the one that Greg will show later that we embed directly in our emails, where the actual reader will be able to see options just like this inside their email, then click and vote on. The next is an NPS survey, and these are very helpful for gaining and understanding scale. Okay, so these are 0 to 10 scales. A lot of the big companies use these. You might see these a lot. I know companies like Netflix, they're using these things all the time. They're asking a myriad of questions, and basically it's just a rating scale of 0 to 10. And it's really, really easy to do. And then another big thing we have for emails is leaderboards. Now, this is very, very, very cool. Once again, this is something that you don't see a lot either. A leaderboard is something very different. So a leaderboard is not a survey. It's not a poll. We're not asking for data. What we're doing is we're asking for engagement. We want people to click on this little button here that says add points. And when they click add points, it's going to ask for their, it's going to follow up and ask them for their email address, and it's going to save these points to their email address. And it's basically going to enter them into like a contest or a challenge or some type of leaderboard contest that you're throwing. And at the end of the month, you're going to give that user something to benefit them. Maybe it's a free gift, maybe it's a discount code, maybe it's a free product, maybe it's some consulting advice. It's something that they want. And the reason you would do this is you're going to embed this on your website. You can embed this in your emails, and this is going to get your engagement up, because this is a smart leaderboard widget. It's going to allow people to press this button, claim their points, and every day they can come back to it day after day after day for as long as your contest is running. And you have complete control of how long the contest runs, what you're giving away, what the benefit is. But this is going to increase your engagement, because just think about it. If I'm on your list and I want to win whatever you're giving away, and the only way to win is to open up your emails and click on this button, well, guess what? I'm going to open up your emails. So now you're increasing your open rates, you're increasing your click-through rates, and you're getting people to engage with you. And you can embed this on your website, and you can embed this in your emails. Okay, so if I'm on your website and I'm a visitor on your website, I can go ahead and I can claim my points, and I can do this daily. And it's going to reset. So once I claim it, I can't claim it until a future time period next day. I can come back and I can claim again. And it's going to create a leaderboard, just like you see here. And all your users are going to be shown here, and you're going to be able to see who's ranking the highest, who's ranking the lowest, who's climbing the ranks. And this is a really, really awesome tool for increasing your engagement. Okay, this is really fantastic.
And that's cool. I didn't even know that. I missed that. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is a new template that we've added, and like I said, it's just 100% for engagement opportunities. And then the last template that we have is another cool one. This one isn't a typical survey, but it's a testimonial gathering widget. This allows you to gather testimonials for your website. You can get text testimonials, you can get voice recordings, video recordings, or they can upload a file. Maybe it's an image of them using their product, or an image of the book they're reading, whatever it is, and they can give you a star rating. They can also add in a text description. They can give you all their contact information. And this is another widget that you can embed in your emails, on your websites. You can share with a QR code. So if you're at events and you want people to leave you feedback, give them the QR code, they scan it, and they go right on their phone and record a video right for you. And how hard is it to get video testimonials? It's kind of hard, because people don't make it easy. This tool makes it super, super easy to get video testimonials. And then once you have this, once you have submissions, once again, you go back to analytics, you choose your testimonial widget, which I don't think we have one. Yeah, we do. You choose your testimonial widget, and you can see all of the stats based on your testimonials. So you're probably asking, well, this isn't a survey. What kind of stats would I get out of your testimonials? Well, you're still going to get your sentiment overview. How positive are the testimonials? You're still going to get your AI-powered analysts. Right? We're going to pull out things out of your testimonials that are really good, that are super awesome. We're going to pull out sentences that are really amazing. And this stuff you can use for your homepage, for your websites, for your sales letters, for your funnels, right? And then it's going to give you all your common praise themes, right? So maybe it's the easy use, maybe they liked you the most, maybe they read your book, whatever it is, it's going to tell you. That's also going to give you suggestions as well based on your testimonials. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll have all of your testimonials here. If there's audios or videos that attach to them, you'll see those here, and you can download those directly to your computer, and you can do whatever you want with those. And you'll have a backup of all your testimonials here. You can also download all this data whenever you want. Okay, this data is yours and you have access to it. So this gives you a complete suite of collecting data, whether it's generating surveys, whether it's choosing one of our templates, whether it's increasing email engagement using the leaderboards or the polls, or whether it's collecting testimonials. This tool allows you to do all of that. It's very, very easy to use.
That's super cool, super cool. Okay, let me share my screen. I'll remove yours and I'll put mine back on. So I'll go full screen with it. So let me go. So here's an email that went out, open before 5 p.m., 8 p.m., right? And I put it in the underneath the PS. You can, depending on how you lay out your email, you can embed the HTML code. But here it is right here. What is your biggest frustration with your email list right now? Low open rates, low click-through rates, poor deliverability. My list is cold and unresponsive, and I'm not emailing consistently. So I'm going to go ahead and click I'm not emailing consistently. And then it's going to take me to a page. And because I embedded it and I want to track who's clicking on what to segment the list, I hit submit the results to see the results. And then there we see the results right there. Okay. And again, going back to on the inside of my account, I've had 322 people respond to, I'm getting an average of 40 surveys a day. I got 8, or not 40 surveys, results a day. And I got 8 surveys. And I come in here to analytics, like Josh said. I click what survey I want to look at. And let me go back down here to like this one. How comfortable are you using AI for business tasks? Okay. Somewhat comfortable, 25. Very comfortable, 23. Not very comfortable, 16. Not very comfortable at all, 14. Not interested at all, and very comfortable, 1. Right. So this is information that's very, very beneficial to me. Tell me what's going on. Now, see, again, this poll was done before he created a new feature that allows us to integrate with the Launch CRM, so then I can see what email is associated with what vote. So now if I put a poll out that says, hey, how many of you would like to have some help with your setup of your Launch Ads account? I don't need any help. I'd love help. I don't even have Launch Ads. I don't even know what you're talking about, right? Now I can have those emails that are in my database. I would know based upon what they clicked on, and it would help us find more, gold, so to speak, in that survey by finding out what they clicked on and what they did. So, and then again, I wanted to show you guys, let me log out real quick. Let me go to Survey Sampson. I got it up. So this is the website, surveysampson.com. Finally, a way to read a customer's mind at scale. Traditional surveys are broken. Survey Sampson fixes all of it. And super cool, super cool, super cool. And Josh built all of this himself. And he's not a coder. He knows more about code than anyone I know. But he's been managing our coders for years. But he doesn't code himself, right? So let me see if you guys have any comments, any questions. What do you guys' thought process? Let us know what you think. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate this? And let me know what's going on there. And then Josh, do you have anything else you want to show or cover?
No, I think that mainly covered it. I just want to get people to ask more, right? That's the big thing. You need to ask more. You need to figure out more insights into your list, into your people, and this is how you do it. And we don't do it enough. And now we have a tool that can do it, and it makes it really, really easy.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking, right? So, you're just like, no, come back on screen. This is the negotiation process.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here's the thing. So I love Survey Sampson, and I love you named it after your dog, but you know how I do everything. How do I do everything?
Launch this, launch that.
And launch this, launch that. Exactly. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I need to have something like this. I need to have launch polls. I need to have launch email. I need to have launch pulse. I need to have launch engage. You guys go ahead and vote right now and tell me what name should I. Well, first of all, Josh, what's it going to cost me to private label this and white label this? I want my own copy.
I can make that happen.
I know you can, but I want to know what it's going to cost. Like, let's say let's start the bidding out at, let's say I say $1,000. For $1,000, I want my own version of that. You going to give me my own version for $1,000?
Yeah, I'm your son. I can make that happen.
Oh, that was easy negotiation. Okay, cool. All right, you guys vote. What name should I got to go buy the domain right now. I got to go buy the domain. What name should I do? I don't know where this poll is, how this works. I should get it open on my phone. It doesn't seem like anyone's having the ability to vote. So let me ask you. So I said this and brought this up because I know there's going to be some people that maybe want to or need to or should white label this. And so first of all, we want everyone to go get an account. How much is it, Josh? It's like this is a program that might cost $47, $97, $197 a month. What does it cost?
Oh, so right now, since we're new, we have it marked really low. It's $17 a month, and that gives you unlimited access. It's really just because we just opened this up, and we want to get our first users on it and get some feedback from you guys. But it's $17 a month right now, and you get access to the whole platform.
There you go, $17 measly a month. Okay, but if you want to white label it, and you want to have your own version of it, and you want to charge whatever you want to charge, there's plenty of room. We're not worried about, Josh isn't worried about competition. You could have your own version of this, and you could just hit up. How do they contact you, Josh? You want to just do through support at LaunchCard, or do you have a different way to contact you?
Yeah, you can do support at LaunchCard. That's fine.
Yeah, so if you're interested in white labeling this, just support at launchcart.com, and Josh can set you up. You'll have your own SaaS product, software as a service, ready to go, lickety split. And so it's pretty cool. Okay, let's see a couple questions. See, Ted says, that looks like a great way to segment your list of responders. It's absolutely what it's all about, the segmenting and the fact that it does integrate with the CRMs, and now we can track the emails. We can export that list. I can import those and tag them, and I can really start to get some really good insights on the various segmentation of my list that I already have. So it's really good for that. Barry's asking, how do we get people to join our list in the first place? You know, and that goes back to offering great content online, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, social media, and then offering that lead magnet, that ethical bribe. What's that thing you can give them that they would say, hey, I'll give you my name and email for that. And again, like what you're talking about, Barry, we were talking about the other day, is maybe get people to, you're launching your book, they can get the book for 99 cents, or they can get the book for $9.97, or they get $9.97 or whatever. It's like whatever they can do, or let me give you the first 3 chapters for free, and then if they like those first 3 chapters, they can buy the book itself. So there's a lot of different things you can do there. And I see Ted said launch engage he likes. Barry says this is a 10. Yeah, thank you, Barry. Let's see, I don't see any other questions. So last call for questions. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're talking about. And again, this is one of those things that, because Josh has been working with developers for better part of 7 years, he was able to vibe code this out without the need of a developer, because he knows so much about the intricacies of what it should do and what it should like. He knows kind of the languaging. Because like somebody like me, I couldn't go vibe code this out. There'd be no way, right? You have to have some background and understanding and language skills as far as that goes. So I think that's pretty much everything we got for you today. Come back on stage. Last call for questions, and we'll wrap it up. And do us a favor. If you're on YouTube or whatever, or go to YouTube, like, comment, share this video out with people. We're going to keep this live. I'm going to do some replays for this. I want to drive some traffic to Josh's new tool. Literally, let's go back to why are we here? This is incredible. Why are we here? I'll tell you why we're here. Because this stat right here, email marketing, average $36 to $42 for every $1 spent. That is our motivation. Build a list, market to our list, treat them right? Then, as we're emailing, how do we get more engagement? We have, and here it is again on Google, email marketing, #1 top performing channel, right? Here it is on ChatGPT, top performing channel. But engagement and trust is critical. We have to get engagement. We have to get people to click. We have to get people to open first, and we got to get them to click. Opens are great. Clicks are 10 times better. So going back to that little leaderboard, you can bet I'll be launching a contest next week. I didn't know about the leaderboard. So we're going to do a leaderboard, and I'm going to start getting you guys clicking. Click here to add points. Click here to add points. And we're going to get that leaderboard going so we can get more engagement on our emails, because we want to let Google and Yahoo and all the email service providers know that, hey, you're happy to get the email. Not only did you open it, you clicked on it. And that engagement's going to help everybody get more traffic to your website, generate more revenues, more sales for everything you're doing, everything you want to do. So Barry says, thank you. Thanks, Barry. We appreciate you. All right, that's the last call for questions. I'll give you the last comment, Josh, and we'll wrap it up.
I just want to thank everyone for their time. This is a fun call. We haven't done this in a while, like we said earlier. If you want to check it out, you can go to surveysamson.com, and we have a free trial. So I would advise you, go sign up for the free trial. You can cancel if you don't like it, or you just play around with it if you want to get 7 free days and start using it. And you can go create surveys right now and check it out and play at the back end. But yeah, this is a tool that everyone should have in their arsenal. And the free trial gives you full unlimited access to the whole platform. So go check it out. I'm excited to get you guys in there and get some feedback from you and seeing how you guys utilize it, because I know you guys will utilize it probably better than both of us.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Do what we do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. You'll have a better day. Thanks, everybody. We're signing off.
Take care.